The L Word is back. I sit down with Kate Menig and Leisha Haley about stepping back on set for this iconic series. Welcome back to Advocate Today. I'm Tracy E. Gilchrist. One of my favorite shows of all time is back. The L Word Generation Q on Showtime is a series that has it all: comedy, drama, setbacks, sex, and the many other realities that come with being queer in Los Angeles. It features the hectic, intertangled lives of a friend group, which is something we can all relate to. I had the privilege of speaking with cast members and producers, Kate Menig and Leisha Haley, about why the series is so special and so much more. Hi, welcome, Leisha Haley and Kate Menig. Thank you for chatting with me. It's always a pleasure to chat with you.
Nice to see you
So great to
again.
speak with you again.
Well, first off, I've already told you that I'm just so excited about the new season. It just feels like so much of what the fans want. And so I'd like to start by asking each of you, what was it like to come back to shoot this season after, you had your first season in the premiere and then shot the second one at the height of COVID? And what was it like to come back now kind of as a little bit of a family on set after, for the third season?
It was exciting to come back to work in warmer months. Really,
It really does mean a lot to you every year.
it really
You love
it is. It's priceless.
like that's your first
second
answer.
Well, second season it was the height of COVID, but also
Right.
it was very cold out and rainy and dark. And
What else besides the weather that meant a lot
well,
to you?
it means a lot
That's
to
it?
me. Yeah, and then we came back for third season in June. The irony is Leisha and I actually got COVID like the first week of filming, but that's beside the point.
It was Jordan's fault.
Yeah,
That's
it
what we
was.
said.
Yeah, but it involves a car where the said infection took place.
Oh no.
It was warm out,
And we
it
had
was,
a good night at work.
we had
It
a
was
fun night at work, but it was nice to be outside. I'm sorry, in t-shirts and not freezing your ass off.
Yeah.
You,
But besides the weather, it was nice to
you complain about that too.
Yeah, it was nice to be together as a cast where we weren't all in shields and masks and separated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just
Yeah.
felt I think that was sort of a bonding experience for all of us second season. So by third we were just like, hi, it was like
Yeah.
an extra excitement.
Wonderful. Well, I'm sorry that you got COVID. I also had it in July. It's life now. Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you a little bit regarding coming back and working and bonding with everyone. I also love that the show is kind of showing, you've all gone from friendships to Alice and Shane are now like Aunt Alice and Aunt Shane to Angie, and really an extended family for Bet and Angie and Tina. And I wonder if you might comment a little bit about that, because of course, chosen and queer family is so important to, in our lives. So I wanted to throw that to you and Leisha.
Well, I mean, I think if somebody fills that role, it's more Shane. I don't know why. Like Alice is still
I have
a little
more.
bit.
I actually have more scenes.
You have more scenes with her. I think they've written Alice to be a little bit more self-centered this season, right? Have you noticed? Or a little more caught up with her. I don't know.
Yeah.
A little self-involved.
That is true.
But I still am an auntie to Angie, and I love that. I wish we had more together. But you're really like, I would say more.
I feel like I worked with Jordan quite a bit this year.
Yeah.
Am I conflating?
No.
I'm not conflating seasons.
No, it's this season.
It's this season. Yeah, I actually work with Jordan a lot. And it's odd because, well, it's funny for me because on the original I was the youngest in the cast, and now in the new one I'm one of the oldest. So I feel like Shane's passing down her wisdom, whatever that could be, to the child.
I know
Who doesn't know,
right?
Who doesn't know any better.
Well, yeah, Angie's lucky.
But she's smart. Angie's got a head on her
smartest.
shoulders, and Jordan certainly has a head on her shoulders. So Angie's going to be fine. I don't think Angie needs advice. I think Angie should actually give us advice.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't really say why we fill the shoes of the aunties a little bit more this season. But
right.
Yeah, I loved the scene where you're helping Angie move into school. I thought that was really lovely.
Mm.
And so, Kate, I will ask you, because we chatted about this earlier. I think it's kind of rare to see women of a certain age, especially in television and in Hollywood, having sexual agency and really just expressing themselves in that way and having viability. Often so many women are considered put out to pasture at a certain age by Hollywood. And so I think it's refreshing to see that here. And would you comment on that aspect of the show?
I completely agree with you. And it's incredibly ageist to think otherwise. And the irony is that, like you said, being put out to pasture, but the irony is that that whole intimate sexual experience actually gets better with age because you know yourself more.
Yeah.
And I think that's a gigantic missed opportunity. And that's one of the main reasons why I don't have issue doing love scenes on this show, because it reflects that. Now, I'm not saying who I play is the healthiest person, but at least there's still an ownership of that, which I appreciate and I want to reflect on. Yeah.
It's so funny because I never think of not having sexual agency at a certain. It's just
exactly
until someone asks you that question,
right.
You're like, oh, I didn't know I was supposed to.
Right. Yeah, that's where the ageism comes in.
Exactly. I mean, it's true. Yeah, it's true. But as a viewer, it's kind of refreshing because I feel like I don't see that enough. So, but yeah, so I love that the show is doing that. Leisha, you get to work with someone this season who, for queer women of the 90s, was a very big deal. You get to work with Joey Lauren Adams. And would you talk a little bit about that? Because Chasing Amy was such a big deal because we didn't have much back then.
Exactly. I mean, for me, it was, Kate and I sat around. And
who pitched it?
You did. We talked a lot about characters in the 90s or just from our era who meant a lot to us because we didn't have much, if any, representation in the movies or on TV at all, really. So, Joey played an iconic character in Chasing Amy, and she was just an out proud bisexual, and we thought that was a really cool idea for casting, someone with Alice, because Alice is like kind of a groundbreaking bisexual character on TV, and it just seemed like a cool and energetically well matched casting. And she's amazing. We had so much fun.
She is amazing.
And she was really, really jazzed to come do it. And we had a great time together.
It was terrific to see her. And then Kate, I mean, you get to work with Kalani. That's amazing.
I do get to work with Kalani, yeah.
Would you talk a little bit about that? I mean, that's huge.
Well, I loved working with Kalani. What an easy person to work with. Truly, it just came in and was easygoing and open to ideas.
Yeah.
Had great ideas of her own. Actually, there was one scene that I guess I can't give away, but she said she basically sort of restructured it and made it work better. Because and I know she directs a lot of her own music videos, so she has that chip in her brain where she's trying to piece things together narratively. And she was just a true joy to work with.
Thank you so much to Kate and Leisha for joining me. Be on the lookout for more of my conversations with the cast. That's all the time we have. For content and coverage that advocates for you, download the Advocate channel today. It's available wherever and however you stream. You can also visit advocatechannel.com to stay up to date on everything from politics to entertainment. I'm Tracy E. Gilchrist. I'll see you next time.